Drop what you're doing, YouTube. Thick Yoda, we back. And we're just gonna hop right into it, honestly. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go over some one-play touchdowns this video. That is gonna be the whole point of this video. I'm gonna try to keep it under 10 minutes. All right, this is later note while I'm editing this because this video is actually gonna be about like 15, 16 minutes long. Is that the first 10 minutes are gonna be zone coverage and the last like 5 minutes about man coverage. So you can kind of skip to whatever part you need most help with, whether that's, you know, cover 3, cover 4, cover 2, man coverage. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the one-play touchdowns. So on offense, we're running Patriots playbook. Again, it's the playbook I'm most comfortable with, I'm most familiar with. Again, I talk about concepts all the time, but a lot of the concepts are gonna be the same no matter what playbook you're in. In the description, I'll put a list of plays, right, for each different type of defensive coverage of like what types of things beat them. Some of the most common coverages are cover 3, right? There's likely gonna be a new man meta, and we'll talk about man later for sure, but we're gonna talk about some cover 3 beaters, right? And so the first one we're gonna be looking at is this X-drag trail play. And basically the concept is you run a deep post from the wide side of the field to the weak side of the field, okay? You see that deep post that Harry is on? Now that Bird is on, don't run it this way, right? Don't run it this way. You wanna run it to the weak side, right? Where the post is coming over, sorry, not the weak side, the short side of the field, right? You want the post coming over to the short side of the field, right? And so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna max protect so we get some time to block. And so this will work against cover 3 when there aren't deep halves on the field. What do I mean by deep halves? I mean this, right? You see how those blues on the outside aren't thirds anymore, they're halves? This will not work against that, right? This works against the cover 3 shell, okay? And only the cover 3 shell. So let's go back to the cover 3 shell, right? We'll reset the play, something like this. And if we watch, if we motion Aussie to the outside, right? And it doesn't even matter what Bird is on here, I'm just gonna put him on a little hitch, right? If you have a corner route, a deep out, or something of that nature that's on the short side of the field, it'll suck that cornerback on that short side that's supposed to be in that, the cornerback on that right side, on that short side, who's supposed to be in that deep third, he's gonna play the corner. He's gonna play the deep out, whatever you got. He's gonna play it, which will leave the backside post that number 15, N'Keal Harry, X, is running, right? That'll leave that open once it gets across the deep safety in the middle, right? So see what that's like in action. Give ourselves some time. We're not sending any pass rushers. We're gonna roll out to the right here and see how that cornerback, he starts running there, but it's already too late. Harry's already beat it, right? You got a fast guy, that's an easy touchdown every time, right? So again, it doesn't matter what play you use. I'll send some plays in the description, right? But I'll even run a different play right now with the same concept. Here we got a totally different play. I believe this is like PA read. I don't even remember what formation it's in out of shotgun, right? We're just gonna motion Harry over so he's a little bit in the slot when we snap it. And we're gonna snap it right. We're not gonna snap it right there. I actually kind of like this little trips action here, if we're being honest. But we're gonna snap it while he's in the slot. We got plenty of time, and watch this, watch this, watch this. Harry, and pass lead to the right, and wide open. All right. This has been, he's not fast, but this has been a cover 3 beater that's kind of existed in these Madden games for the last few years, actually, right? So this concept is nothing new, right? That backside post and then a deep out route or a comeback or a corner route to, you know, suck that cornerback on the short side down, right? Again, you want to run to the short side. So I'm going to show you another type of cover 3 beater here. This one I like to run out of also gun split, close pats. Honestly, probably my favorite formation, right? Z spot here, and I'll show you what makes this one special, right? We're just gonna run cover 3 sky, nothing too fancy. And if we took a look at the play here, right, we got Aussie on that corner route, all right? We wanna run this to the wide side this time, right? Not the short side, the wide side, right? So we're gonna block Michelle here, and what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put Harry on a streak or a fade, right? And then motion Aussie out here. So, right, this is what the setup looks like. It's just a corner as wide as possible. A corner really works really well. I think you can run with a comeback or a deep out. I'm not 100% positive on that. I always run corners. But then we got Harry on the fade here. And see, on defense, to try to cover it, right, you got those 2 deep blues, right? You got the outside deep blue on the left, and you got the middle deep blue. right, while this guy's base aligned, right, that deep middle blue is going to have a long way to go. He's not going to be able to cover Harry, right? So that outside third is going to have to. But the outside third is going to play the corner, right? So Harry's just going to pop wide open, right? And so on defense, he may not be base aligned. Maybe he's just kind of like hanging in the middle here, right, this guy. But if he's over here, this probably won't be open, right? If he starts over here, it'll probably will be open. And if he starts definitely, you know, on the short side of the field, like he's base aligned or something, it 100% will be open, right? Again, this doesn't work if you got a deep half, because if it's a deep half on that outside corner is gonna stick with the streak, right? It's not gonna play the corner, right? So let's watch this and see what happens. Let me just put these guys so they don't pass rush, so we got some time. And let's take a look and see what happens, right? We're gonna roll out to the left here. See how the corner plays, the outside cornerback plays the corner route, right? And the deep middle safety doesn't have enough time to get over to play that streak. That's gonna pop open every time, right? So that was the concept of the cover threes, but now we're gonna go into cover four, right? This is a hard coverage to bomb because, you know, it's cover four, it's meant to prevent deep bombs, but some types of plays are really deep post, not just deep post, but really deep post. So I know the Patriots have this one in doubles, gun doubles. It's PA shot post, right? I think this PA read actually might do it. I'm not 100% sure on it though. I know this PA shot post does. You want to look for other post routes that look like it. So like this PA post shot, that left post, that outside post, that will also do it. So let's just take a look at this PA shot post right here. All right, so this is the play on offense, right, that we're starting out with. All we got to do is put Bird here on a curl, right, so he doesn't run a streak. You can honestly throw him on anything, drag, out, whatever. It doesn't matter. But we're going to throw him on a curl because I tend to like curls. They're easy to playmaker. And we're going to put Myers on a streak here, and that's it, right? Watch. I'm going to take the pass rush away here, so we got time. But what's going to happen is the left quarters, right, they're going to be on the left side, stuck on the left side, and the right quarters aren't going to be deep enough to play the outside posts, right? So watch this, all right? At the play action, we're going to roll out to the right here. Harry's popping open. See how those right quarters are just playing so far down? They're playing like 40 yards deep. They're not playing 60 yards deep, but Harry is 60 yards deep. So he just pops open. He gets behind him and he just pops open, right? And so let's say beat cover four. We're going to run it again with a different play here. So a different play we can run is this PA post shot. All right, so we're going to run PA post shot at a gun, a slot offset. I think that's in a couple different playbooks as well, so that's good. So we'll go back to cover four. Right, all we got to do, put Bird here on a post. Aussie, we're going to put him on a little out route here. And that's really all that matters, right? Get rid of the pass rush. And we're going to watch how something as simple as this, right? Three route concept will get that deep post open against cover four. Watch. All right, we're going to have time for this, right? These safeties, they're not playing it. They're not playing it. Pass lead, always pass lead to the right. And look how open he just pops open, right? And so that's how you bomb cover four, all right? Is concepts like that. So again, what bombs cover four will bomb cover six and cover nine as long as the quarters, right, are on that short side of the field, right? The side of the field that the post is not coming from, right? Post comes from one side to the other, right? That other side that it's coming to, that's where the quarters have to be for something like that to work. So we got two main coverages left. We got cover two and we got man, right? I'm gonna talk about man in a minute, right? But for cover two, there are two different parts of the field that you can go after, and it's the deep middle and it's the deep outside. All right. So something like Pat's double in, and we're gonna run cover two. That's right. We got standard cover two on the outside, and so let me break down how cover two is going to work. Right. So cover two attacks the deep, right? Because you only got two deep safeties, so they can't cover the whole field, just the two. Linebacker here. Right, this middle linebacker in a mid-read, Grugier Hill, right? He will play deep things down the middle if he gets a chance, which means that if you can occupy him, right, in the middle, so he doesn't go back deep, he stays short, he stays shallow, he doesn't go back deep, that deep middle of the field will be open if you got a fast receiver. Now, I do not have a fast receiver, so we're gonna actually have to do a little bit of manipulation practice here. We're gonna have to move Rowe to the outside here, McCain to the outside here, right? If I'm going to make something like this work. But we got Myers here, right? He's on a post, right? A post down the middle is what's going to work for this. So let me get rid of the pass rush. And watch this, all right? So, boom. Pass lead that straight up. I didn't pass lead it straight up. I needed to pass lead it straight up. But we're gonna go to instant replay just real quick because this is actually one of the hardest things to cover. The cover 2 shell is actually one of the hardest ones to bomb now. Because of that middle linebacker will actually play those things, and everybody uses safeties at linebacker. So, right, you got Myers here. He's running the post. It was actually a shallow post. We needed a deeper post, but, right, see how the linebacker here, he kind of goes this deep. He doesn't run with it because he knows there's other stuff coming, right? He knows that there's this in route. He knows that there's this in route. He's kind of stuck, right? So right here, the post pops open, right? And if you pass lead this up so that you throw it here, safeties can't catch up to it, right? I did not pass lead it that way. I tried passing it up. It didn't quite go up enough. And then the other the right-hand safety was able to make a play on it. But that's the concept, okay? So we're in the same play, right? The post on the wide side and and cover 2 on defense. All right. The difference this time is that we're not actually going to attack the middle of the field, the deep middle of the field, right? That's one thing that's open, but the deep outside of the field is also one thing that's open, right? So if we look at this guy, right, he can cover this sideline, right? Because that's the short side, right? There's not as much space to cover there, right? But this side, right, the left side here, this gets really open, right? So you have Howard here in a cloud flat, and all you got to do is wait for a streak on the deep outside, right? So that's 15, that's Harry, that's X, right? We just got to wait for his streak, his fade, whatever, go pattern he's on. You just got to wait for him to clear the flat, whether it's a cloud flat or a hard flat, and then pass lead to the sideline, right? So let's watch this in action, right? So all you're gonna do is wait for him to beat the cloud flat, pass lead to the outside. That was not pass lead to the outside. Come on, Cam. Come on, Cam. I mean, he caught it, but let's try it again. So we're just gonna snap it. All you gotta do, pass lead to the outside, and look at this, wide open, all right? So the difference here is how do you turn this into a one-play touchdown, right? This becomes a one-play touchdown when, say, they press, right? So if on defense they base a line, right, and they press. Now look at Harry. No one's even covering Harry, right? So you snap the ball, he covers it early, you can throw it to him early, and now it's just a foot race between him and the DB, right? And he's gonna get caught because he's slow. But right, you got a fast receiver there, he's just gonna outrun it and you can take it. Now, it doesn't even matter how good the receiver is. All that matters is how fast they are, which means if we flip the play, right, you can do this out of any play, which is great, right? Any play that has a wide person, right, a receiver there. So we're gonna pretend James White here on a streak, okay? It doesn't matter who it is. This is my point. You just need someone fast, right? James White here. Watch this. It's gonna be the exact same thing. He's gonna clear it, and you just throw it to him. He catches it, and you keep running, right? We didn't have time there to keep running because we had to throw it pretty late because the cloud flat actually played it pretty well. But again, we baseline, we press on defense, right? And look how open he pops up. Pops open, throw it to him, and he's gone. And it's if he's fast enough, we'll see if he's fast enough. He's not fast enough, right? It's a touchdown. So that's a bomb cover 2. So the last one is man coverage, all right? I don't really have any plays for man coverage because man coverage is man coverage, right? You can't outsmart the zones in man coverage because there are no zones, they're running man, right? So it depends on how they're running it, right? If they're running cover 2 man, and hell, we can run, we'll just go to X drag trail. It's one of the best, plays for beaters because it has deep post and a corner, right? But the only way you're gonna beat this is by what you do to beat the cover 2 shell, right? So that's that deep middle and that deep outside, right, that we just showed. Except that this time, there's gonna be a guy running with whoever you have in man coverage. So he has to be able to do that and beat man coverage, which means those streaks to the outside, probably not gonna work, right? Unless he's pressing you and you win the press, it's not gonna work. Let's see, what else? Right, deep down the middle, deep posts down the middle are good. But again, it gets tough because you got 2 safeties converging and you got the trailing cornerback who's trying to stay with your wide receiver and he's in man coverage. So your guy's probably gonna be close enough to be covered that it's not open, right? Where you can get open on man coverage, right, is if they start putting curl flats or something like that, right? So now their deep safeties are playing the flat. Now the top of the field is wide open, right? So you just have to beat them with any kind of a deep post and pass lead away from the cornerback, who's in man coverage, wherever that is, right? That's the only way, right? And we'll show you one more. He didn't really get open, but he passed lead away from the cornerback, and he was just able to get open enough to get his hands on it, right? A better receiver would catch that. A faster receiver might take that to the house. Versus man coverage, there's one other thing you can do, and I like to do this a lot. I'm gonna show you my favorite play, all right? My favorite play is from single back wing tight, PA dive. Now, that play doesn't look special, right? We call, cover 2 man. This play doesn't look very special, doesn't it? Right, you got a streak on the outside, a couple corner routes, except that streak on the outside, it's not a streak, it's a double move. And we'll watch it, right? I'm gonna max protect everyone but that one route, okay? And on defense, we got cover 2 man. We're gonna pretend that this guy's in a curl flat, or we're gonna put him in a curl flat, right? So he's not playing the deep half, right? Because if you got a deep half, if they're playing stock cover 2 man with 2 deep halves, you're probably not gonna be able to bomb them. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. There aren't really one-play touchdowns for that. But watch this, all right? So you play action, watch him. He's gonna slow down, and then he's gonna go. And when he slows down and goes, that's when you throw it, right? And with a faster guy, I know, I'm telling you, it's about speed, 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 speed. You need a fast guy and good route running on man coverage, right? Route running matters for man coverage, less so for zone coverage. On man coverage, he's gonna absolutely toast him. Absolutely toast him. Hell, we're actually gonna try this again with Demir Bird, someone who's actually fast on the outside, and see if he can pop open here, all right? So we're showing the same play, exactly the same way. We'll max protect on offense, and we're running literally one route, okay? One route, and he beats him, and look at that. Look at that, you pass it away from him, and he's open. He's got a step, he's open, right? And whether you take that all the way to the house or you only take it for a 50, 60-yard gain, depends on the speed of the DB, depends on the speed of your receiver, but like, that's how you do it. But again, this was all I really wanted to do in this video. Talk about one-play touchdowns, talk about beaters so you can, play offense a little bit better. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The concepts work for, all different kinds of plays. Mess around with it. Mess around with different corner routes, mess around with different streaks, different formations, guys in different places. But again, generally the concepts remain the same. I hope you can take this into your own gameplay and, maybe you get that one-play touchdown that they're not prepared for, and that's all you need to win the game. All right, that's all I got for you. Dick Yoda is out. Peace.